Hello there, this is Roberto Matthews with another quick tip. I had gotten a question about how to link to an anchor if you already are linking to a video to change the video, and I wanted to pretty much show you how to do that. This is what I have so far. So, for example, right now I have all these buttons, and this is a YouTube video, and when I click on a button, it pops up in the iframe. Okay, and if you want to know how to do that, just click here, and you'll get to a video that does that. Here's another example with the same idea, except that this time it's in a scrollable div, and you can click on something, and it'll just pull up into the one iframe. And of course, this is all great to keep the website streamlined and to keep it from being so bogged down by so many videos. But I had a listener or a viewer, and I had a viewer ask me how to do the same thing, except what if you want this video to be below the fold? In other words, let's say, for example, we're in um, a mobile version of the site, just like this one, and currently I have it set up the same way where I have this movable, uh, the scrollable div, and when I click on it, it pulls up right here. But what if I wanted the buttons up here, but I wanted the video below the fold down here somewhere? And I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So we're going to pull out Muse. Now you can do this in just about any editor, but we're going to use Muse for this experiment. And so what we're going to do is all you need is a few extra lines of code. You need an anchor tag, and you need to be able to link to the anchor tag using JavaScript. Okay? So let's do that real quick. I've already added some lorem ipsum uh, to this so that we can get some below the fold action going here. And we're going to take this video and we're going to cut it. Actually, we're just going to move it down about right here. And since it's all by itself, let's make it a little bit bigger. So we're going to go ahead and edit the HTML here, and we'll make the width double the size. So we're going to do 640 by 360. That way we can give it a little bit more room. There we go. And now we have the video set up the way we need it to set up. Now, what we're going to put right here is an anchor. So to do that, we're going to just create a little HTML tag by going Object, Insert HTML. We're going to create an anchor tag with a name in it, and all we're going to do is do A for the anchor tag, name it whatever you want to name it. So in this case, we're going to name it my iframe, like that, and then just close the tag. And now we have an anchor right here. Okay, so we have the anchor right here. Now this anchor can be any size, but we're just gonna make it nice and small so that we can make it, put it out of the way. Now, there's nothing in this anchor, so it won't actually show up. Then up here with our buttons, we're just gonna put our buttons right here in the center. In our buttons area, this is the information for the buttons. All we're going to do is add right here in each anchor tag, we're going to do on click equals, and then in here we're going to put window location, and then we're going to put the tag, which is hash. Okay, and then we're going to say equals. In single quotes, we're going to put what we called it, which was my iframe. All right, and that's it. That's all you have to do. So let's test it. So let's make sure we name this correctly. I always forget. Yeah, my iframe. Okay, so now what I just told it to do is not only will it link to what I want it to link to, which is right here, this href. It's going to link to the href, but it's going to put a little bit of I put a little bit of JavaScript, which tells it that on the click, when I click on it, I want you to change the Windows location to the hashtag, and that way you don't need the little hashtag mark, but you're going to do the hash my frame. Okay, so let's try that out. So we're going to say okay. We're going to say preview page in browser. I'm going to bring the browser over here so we can see it. And now here is our video below the frame here. And if I click on here, it not only pulls it up, but opens up the video. So let's try it with a couple of other. Oh, and what I would suggest is putting, and we're going to do that also, we're going to put a return to top button right here so that we can go back to our buttons. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's go down here. We're going to do the same thing, but kind of in opposite reaction or in opposite order. We're going to put a little anchor tag here now. So we're going to say object, insert HTML. This time we're going to put an anchor tag with the name of top or name of vid. Let's call it vid. Okay, and there's our anchor tag with the name of vid. We're going to move it over here so it's out of the way. We're going to line it up here. It doesn't really matter where you put it as long as it's lined up with this panel here. And then we're going to create a button down here. And now there's several ways of adding a button. Of course, you can add a button using the state button right here. But to make it a little simpler for me, I usually just put the HTML of a button. So we're going to put an anchor tag here. And we're going to reference. Now this time all we have to do is put a button and reference the top. So we're going to reference the hashtag of vid. And we're going to put here back to vid list. Just like that. I'm going to put this right below here like this. And then you can format this any kind of way you would like to. And let's make sure that this is the right name here. Edit HTML, vid. Very good. So now when we do page in browser, we have both the click here, which brings us to the video and opens the video, and we have back to the vid list right up here. And then let's do this to a couple of other links while we're at it. So we're going to take this same area right here, on click, hash iframe, and we're going to copy it, and we're going to add it to every link here. On click, on click. Oops, I gotta put that S there. On click. Okay, so we added it to a few of these. So we're gonna say okay. And then we're going to go ahead and preview the page in the browser. And so when we click on meditation, it brings us down to the video and changes the video. We go back to the vid list. Then we can go to the Lord's Prayer, does the same thing. And that's basically how you do it. Let's do the same thing to the mobile site now that we're here. So what's great is that we don't have to really do anything except copy this entire area since we already did it once. Delete this, paste a new one. And that makes the new one have all the information we need. We're going to bring this, we're going to exit so that it'll cut it. And let's imagine that this is here. Let's imagine that all of this is here. Very good. And we're going to put our video down here. Now, we definitely know that the video is it's below the fold. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to make sure that we put a little anchor down here. So we're going to grab this anchor, same anchor, copy it, paste it down here somewhere. Now remember, this doesn't have to take up any space because it doesn't really exist. You can actually put it outside if you'd like. Okay? So it really doesn't matter. I'm going to make it a lot smaller. Okay? And there's our little anchor. And then we're going to make a top here. We're going to copy this. We're going to bring this over here. Paste it. Okay, and then we're going to bring our final anchor, the top anchor, copy it, and paste it over here. There it is. And again, we're going to make it a lot smaller just so we can have the anchor here. There we go. There's our anchor. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to go ahead and do preview in browser. And this is our mobile version of the site. If we click on it, it brings us down to the video and it plays the video. We go back to vid list. We can go to the meditation. It brings us down and changes it. And there you have it. How you can click on a button and it will change the iframe information and bring us to below the flap. If you have any questions, please let me know. And don't forget to subscribe and like this video so that other people can get the answers that they so need. Thank you very much.